Hi everyone, welcome into this presentation. My name is Jean Confiance and I am Tony, and I'll be presenting about the design thinking process. So the outline of our presentation will be talking about the design thinking, and after we'll look about the website tool, and after we'll look about the reference list. So let's start by looking at the design thinking process definition. So design thinking is a problem-solving method that prioritizes the demand of the end users, where they observe where the end users interact with their environment with empathy, and also have the hands-on approach to develop unique solutions to solve the existing problems depending on the problems gotten from the observation or the root causes and information gotten from the end users about the problem. So the design thinking process moves from different stages. The first one is the empathize, which is followed by the defining stage, and following the IDET stage, prototype, and after the testing stage. So about the empathize stage is where you look about identifying the end users and determining how and why the people do things the way they do, and look about how they perceive the world, etc., which can be done through observation or asking the end users different questions in order to get the information from them, which can be either done through the conversations or during the focus groups. The following stage is the defining stage, and in the defining stage is where we define the terms organizing theories, and it is where we give the focus and significance to the design area, and it is about making sense of the massive information that we have gathered in the empathize phase and developing crucial empathy for the person we are designing for. The following stage is the idea stage, which is more about brainstorming the solutions to the problem or the root causes found of the existing problem, and do the prioritization where you choose the best solution to mitigate that problem. So the front stage is about the prototype, where you propose a solution and sketch it, and then prototype is the most benefit of the prototype is that it depicts the real and the future solution of the problem. So the last stage is the testing stage, where you test the prototype. For the last stage, the testing stage go in hand with the prototype, because you test the prototype and do the adjustment depending on the feedback you gotten from the end users, by looking if it worked or failed, understanding the problems, and try to adjust depending on the feedback you gotten from the end users. So the first thing we're going to look about is the problem that was being addressed. The problem that was being addressed was the malnutrition problem in children under the age of 5, and it was mainly focused in Gakenke district. And also it was found that 48% of the children under the age of 5 suffer from the severe malnutrition, and 37 suffer from anemia. So the malnutrition in children, the children who suffer from malnutrition suffer physical and mental growth and more behavior issues, etc. So, like in this context, the children under the age of 5 in my community, which is Gakenke, suffer from malnutrition, where the stunning in children has decreased from 63.6% to 30% now, but it is still have still a public health concern problem in Gakenke, since we still have that 30%. So we're looking about how the principles of the design thinking was used in the creation of the solution. Firstly, it was used in the identifying the end users, collecting information from the end users, and doing the observations. After, it was used in the brainstorming of different solutions to mitigate the problem. And after I done the prioritization, choosing the best solution to mitigate the problem so that it can't continue to persist in the community. And it was also the principal designing process was used in the designing of the prototype and testing it to make adjustments. So the following about the questions and answers about my solution. The first question you can ask is about what is the solution. The solution is training parents about malnutrition and how to prepare a balanced diet by providing workshop which will improve the health literacy of the parents who have children under the age of 5 about to know health information about malnutrition, the component of a balanced diet, how to prepare a balanced diet, etc. The second question you can ask yourself is how many times will the workshop occur? Actually, the workshop will be occurring twice a month. The third question is, will the workshop occur on the district level? The answer is no, it will occur on the sector level in Gakenke. And the last question is, on which day will the workshop occur? The workshop will be occurring Saturday from 3:30 p.m. to 5 p.m. About the reflection on my experience with the design thinking process, I've been able to demonstrate the ability to communicate effectively with the community as well as cultural competence, especially in the empathize phase and the testing, where I was communicating with the end users to get the information from them about the problem, to know the root causes, and about the testing of the prototype to see if it is working or the adjustment that I can make so that the end user can be satisfied with the prototype. Also, I have demonstrated problem solving and critical thinking skills, especially in the idea phase, where I brainstorm different solutions to the problem and choose the best solution depending on the many factors. Also, I have gained the design thinking skills and I have loved a lot empathize prototyping and the testing stage, because it was more about meeting people, getting information from them, which was really something interesting for me. So let's take a tour about my website. The title of the website is Design Thinking Process in Addressing Malnutrition Problem in Children Under the Age of 5, as you can see. And we have the home page, which have brief information about the design thinking and the goals of the United Nations Development Program of making life better for communities. Second, we have the description of the healthcare latent program. As the name states, it is more about the health-related program which was being studied, where we have the description about it. And you will see a page of design thinking process summary, which is having more information about the definition of the design thinking and the stages in the design thinking. The following is the blog post, which have more content about how the design thinking was used in the creation of the solution, finding gotten from the interviews done and the observations, and to find the root causes of the problem, the solution proposed, prototype, etc. So it have more information about how the design thinking was used in the creation of the solution on the problem of malnutrition in children under the age of 5. And the about more, it have the contact information where you can give suggestions and feedback about the content on the website. We also have above the search tab where you can do searching. Yeah, and we have the we are seeing three horizontal lines where it have more information about the author of the website. So the following is the prototype solution. Here is the prototype, and the prototype we start by presenting the proposal to the district level so that it can be approved. After it has been approved, the community health workers will do the census of households with children under the age of 5. After it was done, we do a campaign at the district level so that every parent who have the children under the age of 5 can be aware of this program, which will be followed by the community health workers in each sector, choosing 2 people preparing and coordinating the workshop. So in order to remind the parents about the workshop, the street marketers in each village will be reminding the parent about the workshop. And after the workshop have occurred, parents will be preparing the balance diet to their children and doing everything they have learned from the workshop. And also the community health workers will be doing check-ins with each household to see if the parents are putting into action what they have learned. So the ideas that will be on my blog post is more about how the principle of design thinking was being used in the creation of the solution of the identified problem. You also see some quotes from the end users as well as the reflection on something I would do. The reflection on something that I would do differently if I were to repeat my prototype experience in order to improve my solution. Also, we see more about the prototype and its description, more information about it. So thank you for following me into this presentation. This is the references you can use to get more information. Thank you for your attention.